You get to, hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Liverpool versus Fulham 2-2. I could not get enough of this game. I really wish this game would have continued on more than the 9 minutes. I was stoked. I was really happy with the 9 minutes that we got. But like I said, I could have done a lot more. I definitely could have done a lot more. And I'm so happy mostly that this was the game that it turned out to be. Really good game from both teams, not just Liverpool, because especially from Liverpool, because the last two games were lackluster for me. The one against Newcastle, I thought that was a really good game. I just caught it super late, like a week later, so I couldn't really talk about it. And the one against Girona was just that was a hard watch. That was a hard watch. And congrats, I guess, bravo to Girona for stopping Liverpool, because Liverpool couldn't do anything, and they got lucky with that penalty, and it was a penalty, I think, on Luis Diaz, and they were able to win the match. Girona, the only thing, they could have won that game too. Girona definitely could have won that game if they had a forward. That guy Juan or something like that, the Frenchman. I think he's a Frenchman. Yeah, there were like some plays here and there that he fabricated, that he created, but not much to be able to to win the game or to be able to score. Which is a pity, because I thought they played good enough to be able to win. Obviously, they were just sitting back most of the time and just defending. So this match was absolutely amazing, amazing in every sense. I thought, yes, Liverpool had crazy to think that Liverpool only was playing with 10 men. It looked like they were playing with the 11 men. It didn't seem like it was Liverpool with 10 men. It seemed like Fulham were the ones with 10 men, because Liverpool were on them, constantly on them, and they were just running. But there were definitely times where Fulham could have won this too. Let's be honest. Like, Iwobi was having a really good game. Pereira was having a good game. Harry Wilson was having a really good game. Robinson, wow, what a monster! What a monster! Completely tore up the whole field. I was gonna say the left wing. No, the whole complete field. Absolutely insane what Robinson did. Pretty much played around with Trent Alexander-Arnold, which I can't say was completely his fault either, because 10 men. They were down 10 men. Because I did read or hear, I don't know, a comment saying that, Trent Alexander was completely had by Robinson. Hold on a second. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I can't remember. I think there was like one game where he actually defensively, he was impeccable. This wasn't it. And he normally isn't, at least from what I remember, right? I think years way back, he was a really good defender. But not this time around. Definitely not this time around. Robinson was going up and down, left and right, the whole field. And I mean, 2 assists after all. What a hell of a game. And it's weird seeing him. I always said, I think the first time I watched him, maybe like 2 years ago, I thought to myself, like, people are sleeping on this guy. How come nobody's, getting this guy? Again, not because he's like the best winger in the world. I get that he's 26, 28, so he's up there in age. But I mean, 2 years ago, he was, younger. And sure, like everybody else, he has his flaws. But I'm looking at players when I saw the Barcelona versus Dortmund game, and Yan Cuoto, I think, from Girona, is playing in Dortmund. I'm sorry, but Dortmund is a big team, and you're going to Dortmund as a prize from Girona to Dortmund. That's a step up. That's a promotion. And yeah, I know Girona had a really good season last season, but Yan Cuoto, when I saw him play, I think I saw like 3 games of Girona, and I saw him play at least 2 of those games, especially the one against Madrid. Horrible performance from Yan Cuoto. No way I thought to myself, would any team be interested in this guy? And there he is in Dortmund playing, right? So the same thing with Robinson. Definitely could replace this guy, Robertson, who, according to Liverpool fans, and I was speaking to one of them, hasn't had too good of a spell this season. I don't know how I feel about that. It's hard. It really is hard, because again, I've been watching, like I said, the last 2 games from Liverpool, and I had no real issues with Robertson. I know he's looked lackluster, the last couple of games, but to say like you need to get rid of him, I don't know. I think that's going a little too far. But again, I digress. Haven't been really eyeing him that much, right? But he did make a huge mistake. That was just a huge folly and a very simple mistake. I don't know why he was trying to do that. And he is left-footed, right? So I don't know what happened. Loss of focus. The legs aren't there anymore, and that's what they were saying. Liverpool fans, the legs, after a certain age, you're not there anymore. That could have cost Liverpool. It did cost them a goal, obviously, but it could have cost them a lot more. So yeah, not too good, not too good. But Robinson, I mean, hell of a performance. I thought he did a really good job. The assists, and he did a really good job against Salah. A really good job against Salah, stopping him. And that's my biggest problem right there with Liverpool is Salah. I know I'm the only one. Very few, unless you're not a Liverpool fan. You're probably sort of going to even agree with me because the numbers are there, the stats are there, right? And these days, everybody goes orgasmic and crazy for stats. But Salah has been playing or is playing currently regular. I know the stats are there. I get that he's a legendary player. He's gonna leave the EPL as a as a legendary player. Um, I get that. I do get that, and even in the Champions League also. He's doing amazingly. Amazing. I mean, he is the reason, one of the reasons why it's a team effort, obviously, but he is one of the reasons, a big component of this Liverpool side that's propelling them, that's moving them forward, thanks to his goals. I get that. But man, he's had some lazy games, and this was one of them. The game overall was amazing. I thought everybody did a really good job from Liverpool, except obviously Robertson in the beginning, but Salah. I'm trying to say this in a way where it's not, I don't mind being attacked, because no matter what I say, what I want to say, no matter how I explain it, I know I'm going to be attacked. I know I'm going to be hated for this, but I just see him as a very moderate, regular, casual player, right? That makes a lot of mistakes. The last two games, so many mistakes. And he keeps insisting on certain plays, like the one that he cuts in because he's naturally left-footed, and he's trying to swerve it, trying to find the second post. I get that. Messi does. I get that he's done that in the past. But if it's not working out the first, the second, or the third time, stop. Why would you keep insisting? Why keep doing that? Why keep doing that? My God. And sometimes, and I said this before, he's running into 3-4 players. Even Messi's been playing what, like for almost 20 years or something, or maybe 20 years at this point. And the highlights are there where he's dribbling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Messi's the only one of the few players in the world that's that can do that consistently, and he doesn't do that more than 2, 3 games per year, right? And Salah is trying to do that a lot. He's trying to do that a lot. Here's the thing, if Nunez was doing that, if he was missing and doing these plays where, repetitively at one after the other, and they're not giving in, they're not going in, they're not working out, I mean, they would just crucify poor Nunez, poor little Darwizzi, right? But when Salah does it, because, the past and, what he means to Liverpool fans, nobody bats an eye, nobody says anything. So I'm not shitting on his persona. I'm not saying he's a bad player or that he's a mediocre player, but he's been playing like okay. And I get it. He scored 2 goals against Newcastle. He had an assist. He had a goal against Girona, the penalty, right? He had an assist in this game. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that's not enough for me. I'm just trying to look at the way he's playing. He makes a lot of mistakes and a lot of very juvenile, very simple mistakes. And he keeps insisting on certain plays that are just not working out. And they're very predictable. And it's like the defense is like, thank you. We know what you're going to do. And you keep doing it, like change it up. I don't know, do something else, right? I'm not saying bench him. I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm not saying sell him. I'm not saying like why, because I heard he got a new contract. I'm not saying they shouldn't have gave that to him. Or maybe I kind of am saying that. If you look at the way Isak was playing that game against Newcastle, that's what I'm expecting from Salah. I don't care if Salah's 32 years old. He can still do that. He can still play, right? He can still, the caliber of player that he is, he still has that experience. And I don't see the experience. It seems like something that Harvey Elliott would do, So, and, we could forgive him because he's young, obviously. But he's not doing that. Or like Jota. Jota comes in and what does he do? That's the kind of Salah that I'm expecting. Even if it doesn't work out, even if the end product isn't a goal, at least you give me something different. At least you're able to show me that the genius-like level that you have, outside of everybody else. I'm not really seeing that entirely. Somebody else was making a video about the last Liverpool game. I think it was against Newcastle, and saying that he probably is the best player in the world. What the hell is that? What kind of comment? Like, I had no problem with the video up until that. So, and that should make you question. If you're saying that about a guy that commits a lot of mistakes and, yeah, he is scoring and the stats are there, the assists and all that, but he keeps messing up and he keeps missing a lot of opportunities. That's going to make you question the state of football. Like, wow, we're at that point where this guy is the best player in the world. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll drop that. I know I went on a little bit too long, but it's really irking me. It's really bothering me. that people don't see that and don't really say anything because it's, I don't know, it's Salah, right? Jota obviously coming in really good. I love the link up with Nunez and Jota. It just seems like there's something there that, works out. And Nunez, I mean, yeah, some plays, but that's typical of Nunez, right? And that's one guy that probably needs to see the door. He needs to be on his way out. But really good pass to Jota and Jota for the goal. So overall, really good game. Oh, Tete. I don't know what was going on. There was like a skirmish between him and Gomez. I don't know why Gomez just ran into him. Maybe he was trying to get out of the way of Gakpo before he took the shot. But that was just so reckless. Could have broken his leg. And when you saw, I thought that was his shin guard. I thought, or that was just the lighting or something. It's like he had a shin guard, like a biological shin guard that his shin just created. It was just a bruise. Like it swelled up really, really quick. And man, that was a huge loss for Fulham. Huge loss for Fulham because defensively it's hard to get by Tete. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. Thank you so much for watching as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.